To carry out the war of words, the government created the United States Information Agency, or also known as the USIA. This was taking place in 1953. One of the USIA's main jobs was to beam radio broadcasts into the Soviet Union bloc. When they did this, it used 3 networks to beam radio broadcasts. They were Voice of America, Radio Free Europe, and Radio Liberty. The CIA found the last 2 services.
The families that were left behind mostly faced harsh treatment from the communist governments due to the relative ties to the radio networks. The United States created a propaganda to raise fears of communism and highlight the benefits of capitalist democracy. Soviet and Eastern European leaders tried to keep their citizens from seeing and listening to the Western news and ideas. They did this by banning radio programs from the West.
The grinding poverty and lack of economic opportunity for many millions of people in Africa, the Near and Far East, and certain regions of Central and South America constitute one of the greatest challenges of the world today. If the people are frustrated and disappointed, they may turn to false doctrines which hold that the way of progress lies through tyranny. Truman did the Congress on foreign aid and communism. During the Cold War, foreign aid was when countries, primarily the USSR and United States, using their plans, the Marshall Plan and the Molotov Plan, in order to gain allies and promote their form of government. The countries they provided aid to had some type of government they had. The United States and countries half communist and half democratic or split. The USSR did the same for communist governments. The money went towards agriculture, healthcare, and other social and economic programs. In the 1950s, the CIA expanded its role from intelligence gathering to covert action, a secret political, economic, or military operation that supports foreign policy. Superpowers use methods such as spies or wiretapping to gather intel about other countries. Even at times, CIA agents would bribe foreign leaders or funded supposedly independent radio stations. America, otherwise known as the United States, sometimes would use covert action to overthrow unfriendly or leftist governments. This method helped to overthrow Mohammad Mossadegh and help Shia Mohammad Reza Pahlavi regain power. The United States relied on covert action to achieve its goals. In 1954, CIA agents helped overthrow the elected president of Guatemala. The United States became concerned that Guatemala might turn to communism, so the United States overthrew Arbenez and a military government took charge. Sometimes in these type of situations, the U.S. intervened more aggressively, such as in 1962 when Juan Bosch became president. Not even 7 months into his taking office, the military coup took Bosch from power. His supporters started a civil war trying to return him to power. The U.S., fearing that his supporters were communists, sent troops to crush the revolt and help Bosch from regaining power.